Hello, good morning. If you're watching this recording, you can skip ahead to get to the content. I'm just sharing this out, give you a moment to get on. All right. So when you pop on, let me know who you are and where you're from, so I can say good morning to you. Let me know where you're coming in from. Ooh, I'm having a brain cramp right now. Okay, there it is. All right, cool. Okay, so let me know who you are and where you're from, and we are going to get going. Okay. So one of the things that I've decided to do, okay, first of all, let me back up. Hi, my name is Lysandra. And if you have never been on one of my broadcasts, thank you so much for coming. When you tune into my show, you're going to hear about mainly tax topics, as I am a tax professional specializing with home business owners. I am the home biz tax lady. And, but I'm also talking about wealth principles and business, so that, you know what, we can do this whole thing together, because you know what, it's all intertwined. So whether it is business, taxes, money, if it's money, there's taxes involved. And so that's why we're going to talk about it all. Okay. So with today, I wanted to talk about a wealth principle of giving more value than you take. Because, I was, just sitting here this morning, just having a random thought. Let me grab my tea. This is a tea kind of morning. Peach tea, that is. Okay. I love me some peach tea. Okay. Totally random. All right. But that's some information you can use. And this is actually going to be a great thing. I'm so glad I made this mistake and did it. Okay, cool. All right. So we've gotten to this point where we are so concerned with somebody stiffing us that we do more taking than we do giving. We are so concerned with people taking advantage of us that we are afraid to be givers, to be servers. But what that has done, though, is really kind of damage the fabric of our relationships. And that's the thing. Everything in life, we are all intertwined. It's built on relationships. Your business is built on relationships. Your life as a family, in your neighborhood, in your society, in your community is built on relationships. And so what I want to do with today's broadcast is share some tips with you, really, on how to really start building valuable relationships, how you can be more valuable. And here's the thing that I want to start out with. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Michael. Thank you so much for joining me. So what I want to do with this is really share some tips with how you can become more valuable to people that you interact with, so that we can start building more solid relationships. Because I think we get on social media, Facebook and all this stuff, and we're so busy trying to take that we have forgotten how to give. We were put on this earth to be interdependent people, to serve one another with our talents and gifts, and not be so concerned about taking, and only giving with the expectation of something in return. Okay. So the first thing is the way to be more valuable. Y'all know I'm learning my Be Live, so I'm getting excited. The first way, learn as much as you can about other people. And you say, what do you mean? Learn as much as you can about other people. Okay, so first of all, I'm not talking about stalking somebody completely, right? Because that's the great thing about social media. If people are honest on social media, you have definitely stalked somebody on social media. Good morning, Kara. I know I have stalked somebody on social media, but not to be creepy, but to learn as much about the other person as possible. And so here's what I mean. Just like I told you, I like peach tea. You know what? If you were someone who is trying to connect with me and you just happen to like peach tea or like tea in general, then that could be something we could connect on. Okay. You know, this is why moms, we got this. Okay. When it comes down to learning about people, we got this, because moms automatically connect to other moms. Why? Because we have similar issues. When we have kids of the same age, can bridge any age gap between moms. Okay. Because you're going through the same stuff. I am generally older than my kids' friends' moms. Okay. But when you've got two teenagers, then you're going through the same stuff and you're trying to survive. Okay. So learn as much as you can about the other person. This is where Google Alerts will set you apart. Okay. So write that down. Google Alerts. I'm not even putting it up on here. This is a tip that you're going to have to get by listening and watching. If you set a Google alert for the person that you are trying to connect with, especially in business, okay, this is where this gets really sexy in business, because I did this and it's awesome. Set a Google alert for that person's name or that person's business. And if there's a special event that's coming up, or if they received some sort of promotion, some sort of award that hit the internet, you're going to know about it. And you're going to send them a nice congratulatory note saying, hey, Stephanie, I saw that you had a fantastic event. I saw the pictures. Everything was fabulous. Good luck on future endeavors, Lusandra. Now, and when Stephanie gets something like this, either via email or if you really want to spruce it up, send something by personal mail. Oh, that is going to put you in that person's mind, because you've paid attention to what's going on in their lives, not just necessarily business, but what's going on in their lives. Okay. So, good morning, Charlene. Okay. Let's go with number 2. Discover needs and fill it. All right. Let's solve some problems around here. Okay. So here's the thing. If you look around you, there are people that have needs. Okay. They might not even know they have a need, right? Let me give an example. I have a neighbor down the street whose husband just had double knee surgery, and she also works outside the home. So, she is running here and there trying to take care of her husband who's had double knee surgery. She's got school-age kids and all of that. And I called her and said, hey, you need some dinner, right? Because when running all of that, to take care of kids, trying to take care of husband, trying to go to work, she ain't thinking about eating. And nobody's thinking about eating until it's time to be hungry. So by me just watching, I know that if that was me, that would be the last thing on my mind. And so, hey, you need some dinner. You'd be amazed at how small things, and it doesn't have to be anything big. And I think that's where we get this confused, is that it doesn't have to be big stuff. Okay. It could be your neighbor down the street. You see their grass is getting tall. Evidently there's something going on, right? So instead of you just talking about your neighbor, hey, listen, I'm going to be cutting my grass. You need me to run down there and hook you up or what? Good morning, Felicia. So look at, just be observant. What kind of need can you fill for them? Okay. All right. Let me keep going. All right. Number 3. Oops. Number 3, build trust. You say, how do you build trust? Trust is built over time. Now, if you have never heard of Brené Brown, she has something that she calls the anatomy of trust. Hey, good morning, Kim. she has something called the Anatomy of Trust, and that is really great because I think it's 7, BRAVING. Yeah, 7. Braving is the acronym that she uses for building trust. So there's different aspects of trust that you can build. So go look that up. Hey, cousin Coatsy. All right. So building trust. Now, in order to build trust, you are going to have to deliver consistently the same thing, be the same person over and over and over again. So you know how you get somebody that is, that's really cool one moment and then flipping their wig the next, you don't know what you're going to get. Well, there's no way that you can really build trust with that person because you don't know exactly who you're dealing with. But if you consistently deliver on what you promise, whether it is your personality or if you promise to do something for someone, this is how you build trust over time. And as you do that, when you build trust with more people, then this translates to how valuable you are in their lives. I was reading Thou Shalt Prosper by Rabbi something Lapin, Lapin. It's a thick book, y'all. But one of the things that he talked about is in Jewish history, the reason that there are so many Jewish people involved in money is because way back when they had to, send money by people to other people far away, they trusted Jewish people because they knew that the amount of money they gave that person was going to be the same amount of money that was going to be delivered. And I thought, wow, what an amazing concept. But that is the history behind it. So building trust in your life is crucial for you to be able to trust other people and for other people to be able to trust you. All right. Number 4, give without expectation. Woohoo! I'm about to step on somebody's toes. Okay. Giving without expectation. Now, like I said, we've gotten to a point in our society where we're more concerned with people taking advantage of us. And so therefore we hold back. We don't give because we don't want someone to take advantage of us. Well, here's the thing. What someone does with your generosity is not your concern per se. Meaning that if somebody misuses something that you freely gave, you can't be concerned with that, okay? You just gonna have to let karma deal with them because, and I totally do believe in karma. What goes around does come back around. So we've got to the point where instead of us being open to each other, being very vulnerable, we are very guarded. And so, so we are very cautious about giving, first of all, and then we give because we want something, not just for the satisfaction of giving. We give because we want something in return. Okay. You can't do that. You have to give without expectation. And, and it's in that giving part that, I'm giving till it hurts. Well, you know what? Giving shouldn't hurt because if it's done with the right intention, it doesn't hurt. It only hurts is if you're giving with the expectation of something in return and then you don't get what you're expecting. That's when giving actually hurts. Okay. So, and listen, will there be people that take advantage of us? Absolutely. And once you find out someone is trying to take advantage of you, hey, you can cut that relationship off because what? The Bible says God loves a cheerful giver. So if you're giving begrudgingly, just don't do it. Okay. Because there's nothing in it for either person, right? So, it's okay to, you know what? This person is really taking advantage of me. You don't have to do that. All right. So let me be clear about that. But when you are establishing a relationship and you're building in a relationship, you've got to be able to give without expectation. That's just the way it is. If you are truly my friend and I am truly your friend, your need does not inconvenience me. Or if it does inconvenience me, it doesn't matter because you are my friend and I value you more than whatever it is I'm doing. Okay. So when we're talking about building relationships, we've got to be able to have that ability to give without having an ulterior motive of you giving me something back. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. All right, number 5. Show some appreciation. Okay. Again, we are so accustomed to, you expect someone to give you something. And then when they give you something, you feel like, well, that's your job to give it to me. So therefore, I need to not show you any appreciation. That is the wrong answer. We have to be able to show appreciation for the people that bring value to our lives, whether it's a genuine thank you. Now, I'm going to be real with you. When people give me gifts, and my friends know this about me, do not expect a thank you card from me. That drives me bananas. I'd rather stab myself in the eye. But what you can expect is for me to call you and express my thanks to you because it means something to me. I'm not sitting down and writing, in a thank you card. And I tell this to my friends, listen, if you feel like you just have to write a thank you card, okay, fine. But as far as I'm concerned, me knowing that you appreciate what I did or I gave you is good enough for me. I don't need for you to send me a card, okay? That's just not something I need. Okay, so, but you still got to be able to show appreciation. Let me give you another example. A lot of times we give, on the internet, we go in somebody's inbox and ask a question and they, freely answer us. And then we just go back and go back and go back, always taking, never offering anything to give or anything like that. Listen, you need to be willing to pay somebody something, even if you send them $10 in their PayPal for them to go buy some lunch or something, right? I have great friends that don't always charge me for their services. And I appreciate that because I don't always charge them for mine. But you know what? Every now and again, I'll send a little something in PayPal, say, hey, go get your hair done, get your nails done, get something because this was off the chain. And I totally appreciate you just being in my life. Okay. So it doesn't have to be anything big. It's just, it has to just come from a genuine place, right? And that's what we've got to work on is really being genuine in our relationships. And so, how does this relate to creating wealth? So glad you asked, because when you start building relationships with people, they begin to know you, like you, and trust you. They will then buy from you. And even if they don't buy from you, if they can't use their product, they're going to tell their friends that need your service to go buy from her, go buy from him, because you have built that kind of relationship. So it's not all about networking, with the intent to build business. It's really about the genuine interest in getting to know people. This is how we have screwed up social media. We've, it's turned into a business avenue instead of really being social, getting to know people. Like people come in the inbox and they want to pitch their business to you and all this other stuff instead of saying, hey, what's going on in your world? Hey, I saw pictures of where you went on this trip. How was it? I've been dying to go there or something. Really just getting to know people. And, and so we've messed that up. We've messed that up to the point where now you've got everybody's on social media just trying to get something without the intent to give. So as you go throughout your day, this is my challenge to you. Okay. My challenge to you is to start paying attention, start heightening your awareness to the people around you, whether it is your family or your circle of friends. And if you say, well, I don't have any friends, you need to go get some friends. Go get a life. Do not spend your life where all of your friends are on social media, because then you're just friends with a face and not with an actual person. We need that human interaction. So that is my challenge for you. is to, like I said, if you feel like you don't have any friends in your neighborhood, go meet your neighbors. Go knock on the door and say, hey, I'm so-and-so down the street. We live down the street from each other, and I realize I don't know you. You'd be surprised. Now, will there be some people that, think you're crazy? Yeah. But, there would be some people that are just, like, oh my gosh, I been wanting to talk to you, but, I was kind of afraid to just go up your door. So I'm so glad you came. Okay. So, so don't keep don't always think about business. Think about people. Start thinking about people. Start thinking about the people in your lives. And then that in turn is going to serve your business. Okay. So listen, thank you so much for joining me today. Listen, starting June 5th, I'm going to be broadcasting live from my fan page. So if you haven't gone to my fan page yet, this is one time I'm going to ask you for something, right? Okay. I want you to go find me on Facebook and go like my fan page. And I think it's there somewhere. Okay. So yeah, if you haven't liked my fan page, please go over and like my fan page. I'll be starting to broadcast there starting June 5th. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. I appreciate you. Have a fantastic day. See you next time. Bye-bye.